will submit the budget to the city council when it is done. How many times has the council president called? Oh, well, you know what? When we submit our budget, you can call him 15 times a day. I can't submit until we have discussed the allocations to the school system. You know what? Block his number. I'll call him back. Yeah, I'll call him back when I'm done being annoyed. Okay, thanks.
I'm sorry I interrupted. That sounded important.
Oh, everything's important right now.
Oh, I'm sorry that my timing wasn't better.
Oh, no, your timing is perfect. Just ask Ace. Right, Ace? Maybe he can fix the budget.
I thought you left before I got up, and that's why your side of the bed was empty.
Not this time.
What happened?
Christina came over late last night after Brooklyn's bridal shower bachelorette bash.
Mm-hmm.
She and Jocelyn got into a fight, and she was so mad she was practically levitating when she got here. I didn't want to disturb you after she left, so I just crashed out here.
I don't love the fact that Christina was out late and emotionally stressed.
Well, it isn't an every night thing for her. Brooklyn's shower was a special occasion.
I get that, but I mean, it's reasonable, right, to expect a pregnant woman to change her habits somewhat.
And she has, TJ. You know, did you expect Christina to sit at home every night for 9 months?
Of course not. No, Christina has to live her life. Brooklyn's shower was a big deal, and she shouldn't have missed it.
Yeah. Sounds like the party was actually a lot of fun until she and Jocelyn got into it.
I hate to be the pregnancy police, but it worries me that Christina got so worked up.
I am so happy and thrilled to be back with the best team in the business. I mean, you guys are the reason the Metro Court had a 5-star rating and was considered the finest hotel in Western New York. And you're going to be the reason we get that 5th star back, right?
You can always tell how much you love the Metro Court. And on your tough days, it always puts a smile on your face whenever you talk about it. Congratulations on getting it back.
Thank you. I really miss this place, you know?
Bed.
Yeah.
It's so sudden, though. What happened to Nina?
Much as I wish you weren't here, since you are, do you have any contacts at Highmark Stadium?
Highmark Stadium? Don't see the Bills drafting you anytime soon, so you might want to stick with what you know.
I want to do a future Crimson cover at the Bills Stadium. So, anyway, if you would like me to make the deadline for this issue, please take a number and wait. Anywhere. Anywhere that's not here.
I expect you to make the deadline. I just thought you might want to know I ran into your daughter last night. Put in a good word for you.
You so will. What exactly did you tell her?
Well, I didn't want her to get suspicious, so I kept it short and sweet, but just figured you might need a boost after selling your half of the hotel and getting it back into Carly's hands.
Well, here's what's going to happen. If I fix it, that means you're out of a job.
Bad time?
No, it's never a bad time when I see you.
Well, you may not feel that way when you see who I found waiting outside.
Imagine trying to run a city and raise a baby at the same time.
Yeah, I never imagined it this way either. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing either one of these things very well.
I don't know. For a baby that's been through so many huge changes, he looks pretty happy. So he must be doing something right.
Oh, thank you for saying that, sweetie. I think I'm lucky that I can work from home whenever I need to. I'm also really lucky that Jordan agreed to stay on as deputy mayor because I could not do this without her. Where are we going, Dolly? You know, she's my stealth weapon at City Hall.
Well, I think Jordan's probably like that wherever she works. Nobody sees her coming, and then when they do, it's like, boom, it's too late, you know?
It is true, absolutely true. But still, it's kind of stressful because I'm trying to get the budget done. Nanny's got the day off, and of course, today's the day that Ace woke up on the wrong side of the crib, decided he didn't like cereal at all.
Well, maybe it doesn't have to be that way.
Oh, no, it won't be. As soon as I get the budget, it's going to get a lot easier for me.
No, I mean, maybe I can help.
I'd like it better if the surrogate carrying our baby was at home in bed instead of at a party getting into a screaming fight with Jocelyn. A screaming fight?
Okay, look, do I wish that Christina had been home in bed by 8 p.m. with a bottle of spring water in one hand, prenatal vitamins in the other, and a Ruth Bader Ginsburg lecture streaming from her phone? Yes, that would be great. But it's not going to happen.
I love the picture you painted, though.
But not a realistic picture. Not for saints who aren't my sister, and that would make Christina miserable, which wouldn't be good for the baby either.
No, it'd be bad for both of them.
And look, this wasn't Christina's fault. I mean, the alcohol was flowing.
But Christina was drinking?
No. No. Of course not. Jocelyn had been drinking. And after she'd had a couple, she just started going in on Christina about all the terrible things Sonny has done.
Okay, but are any of the things that Jocelyn said true?
Do you talk about your relations?
Fair enough, but Christina is an adult now. Okay, she should have some idea about who and what Sonny is by now.
You would think so, but Christina is better than most at compartmentalizing. She knows he steps across the line every now and again, but the dad that she worships isn't capable of flat-out cruelty. Look, Sonny is not your dad. He's not my dad. This one is not our problem. This is all Christina, okay?
But it isn't. Not really. I know that it is a little late to bring this up now, but from the moment Christina offered to carry our baby, I have, dreaded the day that we'd have to deal with Sonny being in our lives.
So did Sonny throw open his arms and let you run right in there?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was so generous of you to sell your half of the hotel to Jason so that he could in turn give it to Carly. Truly, Sonny saw that selfless act and rewarded you accordingly. Wait, did Sonny not know that he was supposed to do that?
I don't know what Sonny knows or what he thinks.
Seems to be something missing. Two things, actually. Your wedding and engagement rings.
I sold the hotel. I signed the divorce papers. I closed the chapter of my life that had anything to do with Sonny. Happy?
Good for you.
That's it?
Expecting something else?
No, I was expecting you actually to leave, but since you're still here, I assume that you want to gloat. So let's hear it, and I'm very busy, so can you please give me your best shot, make it fast, so I can get back to work?
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
If it's true that misery loves company, then you and I really are made for each other. Nina's back where she belongs, behind the desk at Crimson.
Yeah, that's so great for Crimson. I just know Nina really did. She loved running the Metro Court, so I can't imagine she gave this up without a fight.
Yeah, well, no one forced her to stop. Her choice.
A lot of money, though. How did you come up with the fight?
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm not gonna discuss my finances with you.
I'm sorry. It's none of my business.
No, it's not.
Yeah, my dad bought it back for you, right?
No. Well, and he wasn't happy that I didn't want him to help me. In fact, it got pretty heated.
Really? That doesn't sound like him.
But it does now. Sonny's always had a temper. But lately, it's gotten worse. He's more reactive, more volatile. And honestly, Ava's a bad influence.
Why are you here? I need to speak with you. Yeah, we can talk if it's about Corinto's coffee business.
No, it's a non-business family matter.
Well, the thing is, since now you're an FBI asset, an FBI asset has no connection to my family.
How connected are you to your family these days?
I thought I remembered everything, every moment, but since I lost Spencer, it seemed like more memories come back every day.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I hope the good ones outweigh the bad.
When it comes to Ace, they're both. I see some of Spencer in Ace's face. And Spencer loved his little brother. But I also know that I wasn't as supportive as I should have been.
Well, I think it had everything to do with Esme and nothing to do with Ace. I was on my way to the gallery, and I thought I'd pop by to see if there's anything I can do for you today.
No, I appreciate that. I'll be fine.
Okay. Well, then I'll see you later tonight.
Andrea told me you brought back the side for the Metro Corp to sign it over to her. I already know. And I don't give a damn, so... What I do know is I can't trust you, Carly, anymore.
I know what you think about me. But you have a bigger problem.
What's that problem?
Someone you still claim to care about.
Well, I mean, maybe my dad has been a bit more on edge lately, but that makes perfect sense because of everything you just went through with Nina, so. And it's my dad. I mean, this is what people do. They exaggerate and they take one little thing that he did and they completely blow it up out of proportion. I was just at Brooklyn's shower and Jocelyn was trying to tell me that my dad ordered Dex to kill Cyrus Renault when he was in the hospital and helpless.
Christina, your father and I have been divorced for a while now. I don't know what he's doing, and I don't want to know. But I can tell you, there are certain questions you don't want to ask because you're not going to like the answers. What Sonny does is his choice, and it's his responsibility. And if I were you, I'd stay out of it.
Well, mine too just got a lot better. Yeah, mine too. You know, I'm meeting Brooklyn in a few. Why don't you join us? I'd love it. Oh, I can't. I can't. Okay, well, maybe we'll talk later. I haven't seen you since I left Brooklyn's shower to attend Chase's bachelor party. I know. Yeah, I know. We have so much to catch up on. I'll call you this afternoon, and we can find a time. I want to be able to focus and be with you and talk to you about everything in person.
Are you sure I can reschedule?
Oh, no. Don't be silly. That's totally fine. Bye.
Look, Sonny has lived in Port Charles a long time. He's got a lot of exes and a lot of kids. I mean, it's probably 6 degrees of separation between Sonny and everybody in this town, but he isn't a big presence in all of their lives. My mom had a baby with him, and he isn't a big presence in hers.
But he is in Christina's.
And after this baby is born, she can go on being daddy's girl, and you and I will be here in our home with our child. A child we wouldn't have if it weren't for my sister.
I know. I'm not trying to sound ungrateful.
I hope you don't feel ungrateful. Or regretful? After Andrea lost our child, I was heartbroken. I thought that we would never find another surrogate. And when Christina stepped up and offered, it was the answer to our prayers, or at least it was to mine.
Mine too. But we can't forget her history.
And we won't. But my sister, she's not just our incubator. She's also a human being with a job and friends and a life. And no matter what she's done in her past, Christina would never do anything to endanger our child. That I know.
I know that Christina would never mean to do anything, even the slightest bit problematic. But running around, defending her dad, I mean, that's not just emotionally stressful, that could be physically dangerous.
Look, Christina and Sonny have always had a special bond. And I think when she came here, it was just her last-ditch effort to get somebody to tell her that Jocelyn was wrong and the things she said weren't true.
Well, you couldn't tell her that, could you?
Did my best. But might end up prosecuting the man.
I hope it doesn't come to that.
Me too. But it definitely won't if I am late to court because I will not have a job. Love you.
Love you.
I know there was a that I made Spencer feel like that I had to make him choose between me and Ace. But it was really about Esme. I was just so angry at her that I wanted her out of our lives, but that meant distance from Ace. And by pushing Spencer away from Ace, it was really pushing him away from me.
You know, honey, Spencer was a very smart young man. He knew how difficult that dynamic was, and I am sure he understood.
I hope you're right. But, that got me thinking. It's a really great day, and it's a nice day outside. Maybe I can take Ace to the park.
Oh,
if you're okay with that?
I am very okay with that.
Yeah?
Ace loves to go to the park, don't you, sweetheart? Oh, one thing though, be forewarned. He's at a phase where everything he finds, he puts in his mouth.
Oh, well, I guess that builds up the immune system, huh?
I won't be sorry to see that she's dressed. But honey, are you sure you have time now to do this?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not at the gallery every day and you're busy.
Well, yes, but you love working at the gallery, and I wouldn't want you to give up anything that you love, but...
I do love it, and I love Ava, but she's really good at what she does, and she doesn't really need me, and maybe I could talk to her about changing my schedule, and if it's okay with you and Ace, we can make this a regular thing. Just something to think about. Okay, come on, guys.
Hey, come on, go to the park.
Let's go. Let's have some fun.
Bye-bye, sweetheart. Oh, wait, hang on. Can't leave without the diaper bag. That's important.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, you two have fun. Yeah. Okay, have fun with Trina in the park. Bye-bye. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Well, I don't know if we're made for each other, but I think there's some part of you that speaks to me and some part of me that speaks to you.
Well, all the parts of me are saying, please leave.
Really? Because I remember about 45 minutes that we were together that wasn't exactly miserable.
Well, that moment of weakness that will never be repeated in this lifetime. Besides, we've already reached the heights of not exactly miserable. What more is there to achieve, Drew? Total misery?
Oh, I think you and I both have already achieved that.
Well, looking the way it does, I think a summer drop for the single is likely.
But what about your wedding?
It won't be a conflict. I promise. Look, once the single drops online, we will decide on a venue and showcase it. And I have lots of ideas, but let me know what you're thinking, okay?
Will do.
We'll invite VIPs and really make a splash, and we'll do it here.
Really? Not in the city?
No. Look, your single is going to be great. And anyone who's anyone is going to go wherever they have to hear it. Everyone goes to the city. Doing it Port Charles is going to make it more exclusive, more insidery.
I love it. I'm in. But you don't have to prove yourself as a manager to me. I already have total faith in you.
Thank you. That's how I justify the faith, by working hard.
Okay, but I saw you at your shower, and you were loving every part of the bride-to-be experience. Don't you want to embrace it?
I am.
Yeah, but you're also taking care of me. I just don't want you to miss out on anything because you're having to deal with my stuff.
Stuff? You mean career?
If we push for a few weeks, my career will survive. It's not like I don't have enough on my plate with all the deception photo shoots.
Look, it's very sweet of you to consider my personal schedule, but I can't help but wonder if this is less about my wedding and more about whatever's going on between you and your mom.
I hope it's okay I dropped in.
Oh, absolutely. You're welcome anytime. I ran into Carly at the restaurant upstairs. The staff was welcoming her back. Yes, the once and future co-owner. I'm surprised you sold. I thought you really enjoyed owning part of the Metro Court. I did. But, people change. Their priorities change. And yours was getting my dad back. When I said that I would do anything to be back with your dad, I meant it. And Jason offered to buy my half of the hotel, and I was led to believe that Sonny would approve if I sold. It turns out that the opposite was true. What happened? Well, Christina, I just miscalculated in the most damaging way possible. That doesn't sound like you. Well, we all have our blind spots, don't we? And Ava Jerome was mine.
Hi. I want your opinion. I just uncrated this one. Oh, what do you think? Well, I'm no expert, but I like it. Yeah, I like it too. I'm taking a big risk on this artist, but I really think they're going to hit and make it big.
Does Trina agree?
Oh, well, I'll be sure to ask her. Trina has an excellent eye, even when she's not herself.
She's still grieving Spencer. I do too. Every time I look at Ace.
Jocelyn is convinced that you intend to eliminate her ex-boyfriend next. She's convinced about a lot of things, and most of the time she's wrong. Is she wrong about this, Sonny? Carly and Michael have done everything to make me look bad in her eyes. I guess they got what they wanted.
Well, what about Christina?
What about Christina? She's pregnant. She's carrying Molly and TJ's baby. I don't want her upset.
Well, it might be too late for that. Jocelyn told Christina that after you beat Cyrus nearly to death, that you ordered Dex to finish the job.
Jocelyn is just like her mother. She and Carly should stay out of things they don't understand.
If anything happens to Dex, Jocelyn's gonna blame you, and so is Christina.
What do you want me to do?
Just be the man Christina thinks you are. Just leave the kid alone, Sonny.
The kid is a vet. He knows a lot of things. He's a liability.
If he becomes a cop, yes, Jocelyn told me he'd apply.
You were on the inside. You know what the stakes are.
I know that if Dex did not give up anything yet, the odds are he's not going to.
I can't take that chance.
Sonny, you gotta think about this. If anything happens to Dex, Josh, Carly, Michael, they know that you're gonna be behind it, and so will Christina. What is that gonna do to Christina? Is that what you want?
I don't get it. I thought that Ava was your best friend.
Oh, I did too. It turns out that she's just really good at impersonating a best friend. See, I let myself forget something that I learned about Ava a long time ago. That when Ava Jerome wants something, she doesn't let a simple thing like friendship stand in her way. She wants what I have had.
My dad.
Now that the ink is dry on the divorce papers, Ava's exactly where she wants to be, down the hall in Sunny's guest room. That is when she's not busy running interference and keeping everyone else away.
My dad's not going to fall for that.
Are you sure, Christina? Because I've got the divorce papers and Ava's got the room in the penthouse. And she was the one that floated the idea that I should turn in Carly and Drew into the SEC. Now, I take responsibility. I did make the call, but I had help getting there. Ava's been playing the long game beautifully. And I fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
How could you not see Spencer and Nicholas every time you look at Ace? He's such a cute baby, though. Hopefully that eases a little bit of the pain.
Oh, yes, it definitely does. Having Ace makes things a lot easier. I think that's why Trina landed on my doorstep today. She wanted to take Ace to the park, and I, of course, said yes. And then, if that went well, she wanted to take care of him on an ongoing basis.
Spencer's gone, and Trina wants time with his baby brother, like a last link to the boy she loved.
Yeah, it crossed my mind, too. You've seen a lot more of her than I have. How does she seem to you?
She's up and down. Although I haven't seen her too much lately. We've been on different schedules. I'm sure that you've heard the gossip.
I can't say that I have. Gossip about what?
Some very small-minded people are trying to make something tawdry out of my living with Sonny. And really all Sonny is doing is opening his home to me and Avery to keep us safe. But I know that I'm getting off track here. We're talking about Trina, and I know that there are several stages to grief, right? But eventually, you have to start living your life again. I'm just not sure that's what Trina is doing. Is it possible that spending time with Ace is her way of clinging to the past?
The Buffaloes? Yeah.
Trina.
Hi, TJ, how are you?
Good. I'm on my way to work, so nothing to complain about yet.
Oh, well, I don't think you've had the good fortune of meeting Mr. Ace Cassadine yet. Ace, this is Dr. Ashford.
Spencer's little brother.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, Ace.
Ace and I are just getting some air, and the mayor's getting a well-needed break.
Well, whatever you're doing, you're smiling a lot, and it's nice to see. And I believe you're the reason for that.
Okay, we also need to put up the new bottles that just came in before the dinner rush.
So, the rumors are true. Carly Spencer's back in the hotel business.
She is indeed.
Looks like you hit the ground running.
Well, I may or may not have made a list of things I wanted to change if I ever got the Metro Court back.
Well, it's really good to see you back at the helm. I only wish I could have been the one to make it happen for you.
Well, you were always so generous that it didn't feel right accepting.
I'm assuming you got a better offer from Jason.
I'm happy for me too.
Your mother is an excellent business manager. But I just don't understand what she's thinking when it comes to your personal life.
She says she doesn't want anything to distract my fans from my music.
But the relationship between fans and artists has changed. Social media has created an entree into artists' lives, and it's made fans feel more connected and invested and even more loyal. I mean, it's a good thing.
She hasn't said it, but I think my mom is really afraid that my fans will see my being gay as a negative.
No offense, but what year does she think it is?
It's hard to know sometimes.
Please, your fans love you. And this is the music industry. You're hardly the only gay artist out there.
My mom just doesn't want to risk losing any fan support.
Being honest about who you are is just as likely to expand your audience. I'm sorry I got all wound up. Okay, I'm just going to say one more thing, and then you can tell me to shut up.
Are you kidding? I love Wound Up Brooklyn.
Fan base and potential ticket sales aside, don't you think that being truthful about who you are will only make your life and Christina's better?
Every time I've been at my dad's place, Ava's there.
And let me guess, she's talking about Avery. She's playing that mom card hard.
Actually, Avery hasn't even been there. But do you know that my dad's drinking again?
Yeah, I know, and I hate it.
I don't think he has a problem, but you made it clear that mixing alcohol and his meds was a bad idea.
What? It is.
But he's still taking his meds.
That's good.
He's just taking it with a shot of whiskey now.
Well, maybe Sonny forgets the risks when Ava's pouring.
You know, I think people grieve on their own timetable and in their own way, and I think this is just strangeness. Maybe I should be ashamed to admit it, but when Nicholas and I parted ways, I didn't even turn around to wave. I still feel the loss, but then again, I'm his mother. I'm not the woman who he cheated on, among other things. Among many, many other things. Yeah, I'm a little curious. Have you spoken to him at all? I declined a few calls from Pentonville. Have you been in touch with him? Yeah, a little bit. They're transferring him out of state. Well, I'm sorry. I know that'll make visitation very difficult. Yeah. And I know that he did horrible things, but he'll always be my son, of course. No, I completely understand. And as far as Trina goes, I guess we just have to let her find her way through this thing and be there to support her. Well, I'm fortunate that Trina seems to find solace in work. Her extra hours here have been a huge help since Sonny and Avery need me at home. I thought you weren't staying... Wait a minute. Do you call Sonny's place home now?
Stay away from my family. Stay away from my business. Sonny, if you have Dex killed, you're not just going to be facing criminal charges. You're going to lose everything. You could lose Christina. Or you're going to have to lie to her. And you don't like being lied to. Are you prepared to do that if Dex dies and Christina looks you in the face and goes, Dad, did you kill Dex? What are you going to say?
Who are you to judge me? Like you haven't done what I've done. I love Christina, and I love my kids. I'll protect them. What about you? You disappeared on your sons. You abandoned them for more than 2 years. You have no right to tell me what to do.
Thought about that. I would hate for her to feel like a guest at her dad's, right? And of course, Sonny wants her to feel at home there, too. Yeah, I get it. I understand. And for obvious reasons, we feel very safe and secure there. And I didn't realize how much I missed that feeling since Esme broke into Windermere. Yeah. Well, I don't think Esme's going to be a danger to anyone anymore. But there were other incidents. Some having to do with Sonny's business, and he insisted that Avery and I stay with him. Well, I'm glad he's being careful, and I'm sure it's nice for Avery to be near her dad, but what about you? What do you want?
Yeah, this little guy makes everyone smile.
Is it just me, or is he growing really fast?
No, yeah, he's definitely a big guy. No question.
Makes me wonder about my own baby.
When's Christina due?
August. Can't get here soon enough.
Nervous father to be.
I would be under any circumstance, but Christina has a way of making problems of her own. I mean, I'm grateful to her, but her family.
Look, don't stress. Follow this guy. You know, stay in the moment and focus on the here and now.
you say, Ace? Serena thinks that you've achieved Zen. If so, can you please show me how?
You showing it?
I don't know if my being out would make things easier for Christina and me. Our relationship is still very new, and I want to protect it, at least for a little while. I don't blame you. So maybe in a year, 5 years, or never. It's your call, not mine, and no one else's. Okay, I just wanted to give you a perspective that wasn't coming from your mom. I appreciate that, really. But I think for now, Christina and I are happy with the way things are.
Thanks for understanding. When we were together, we just couldn't get things quite right. But we sure did try.
We sure did. Cost us though, didn't it? Assets, money, careers.
Your freedom.
But now we gotta reset. Sort of back to normal. I mean, kind of a new, old normal, I guess.
Things are back the way they're supposed to be.
Almost.
I'm sorry, Christina. Sonny's not my problem anymore.
The divorce is a done deal. If Ava wants him, she can have him.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Christina, please, wait. Be careful.
What do you mean?
Well, Ava hasn't survived this long by playing by the rules, and she's really good at making sure that no one sees it when she breaks them.
My dad's in a very vulnerable place right now because of his breakup with you and because he's estranged from Carly and Michael. He used to really rely on them, and now, for whatever reason, he can't. Ava is living there. She's Avery's mom. My dad is letting his guard down at a time when he really shouldn't be. He knows what Ava's capable of. My whole family does. And maybe Ava looks at us and she thinks that we've forgotten about Morgan and about Connie Falconeri. But we haven't.
Before you lecture me on what to do with Christina, try being a father to Jake and Danny.
Sonny, too many people know that it's worked for you. Any move you make against him is going to incriminate you, so please, for your sake, for everybody else's sake, just leave Dex alone.
Or what?
I'll have to stop you.
He'll die trying.
I will submit the budget to the city council when it is done. How many times has the council president called? Oh, well, you know what? When we submit our budget, you can call him 15 times a day. I can't submit until we have discussed the allocations to the school system. You know what? Block his number. I'll call him back. Yeah, I'll call him back when I'm done being annoyed. Okay. Thanks.
I'm sorry I interrupted. That sounded important.
Oh, everything's important right now.
Oh, I'm sorry that my timing wasn't better.
Oh, no, your timing is perfect. Just ask Ace. Right, Ace? Maybe he can fix the budget.
I thought you left before I got up, and that's why your side of the bed was empty.
Not this time.
What happened?
Christina came over late last night after Brooklyn's bridal shower bachelorette bash.
Mm-hmm.
She and Jocelyn got into a fight, and she was so mad she was practically levitating when she got here. I didn't want to disturb you after she left, so I just crashed out here.
I don't love the fact that Christina was out late and emotionally stressed.
Well, it isn't an every night thing for her. Brooklyn's shower was a special occasion.
I get that, but I mean, it's reasonable, right, to expect a pregnant woman to change her habits somewhat.
And she has, TJ. You know, did you expect Christina to sit at home every night for 9 months?
Of course not. No, Christina has to live her life. Brooklyn's shower was a big deal, and she shouldn't have missed it.
Yeah. Sounds like the party was actually a lot of fun, until she and Jocelyn got into it.
I hate to be the pregnancy police, but it worries me that Christina got so worked up.
I am so happy and thrilled to be back with the best team in the business. I mean, you guys are the reason the Metro Court had a 5-star rating and was considered the finest hotel in Western New York. And you're going to be the reason we get that 5th star back, right?
You could always tell how much you love the Metro Court. And on your tough days, it always puts a smile on your face whenever you talk about it. Congratulations on getting it back.
Thank you. I really miss this place.
Yeah. It's so
हम इस वक्त फंसे हैं एक राफ्ट पर जो कि समुद्र के बीचों बीच है और वो जा रही है हमारी बोट और अब हम यहाँ पर रहेंगे पूरे 7 दिन।
क्या कहा, कितने दिन?
7 दिन।
बाप रे।
ये राफ्ट यहाँ के सबसे पास वाले रिहायशी इलाके से अनगिनत मील दूर है और चाहे हमें पसंद आए या ना आए, मेरे चारों दोस्त और मैं इस राफ्ट पर फंसे हुए हैं और ये आसान नहीं होने वाला। ये भयानक है, बारिश रुकी नहीं रही, हम सबकी हिम्मत टूट रही है। ये चैलेंज बहुत जल्द फन से एक भयानक सपने में तब्दील हो चुका है। ब्रो, जरा देखो वो बोट कितनी दूर है।
मुझे वो नजर भी नहीं आ रही है।
तो स्टेप 1, हमें छांव नहीं मिली तो लू लग सकती है। मैंने एक सर्वाइवल स्पेशलिस्ट से इस राफ्ट पर रखवाई हैं बहुत सारी लकड़ियां, रस्सी और बाकी की चीजें जिनसे हम एक शेल्टर बनाएंगे। चलो जल्दी करो बॉयज, जल्दी अंधेरा होने वाला है।
मैं यहाँ से पकड़ता हूँ। अब मेरी उंगली। अब इन्हें बिल्कुल इस तरह से लगा देते हैं।
हमने बहुत ही गलत दिन चुना है। बादल देख के बता सकते हैं कि तूफान आने वाला है। तो सबसे पहले हमें बनाना होगा एक अजीब सा स्ट्रक्चर जो हमें कवर करेगा और चूंकि हम अगले 7 दिन इस लकड़े के स्लैब पर रहने वाले हैं, हमें सूरज से बचने के लिए कुछ बनाना होगा ताकि हमें लू ना लगे। आप समझ रहे हैं? और जब हम इसे बना रहे थे तब कुछ ऐसा हुआ। देखो एक पंछी,
अरे बोट आया, देखो
ये हमारी ओर आ रहा है।
इधर ही आकर बैठा है। ये सच में कमाल है। चलो इसे नाम देते हैं। क्या नाम दे? ब्रायन। ब्रायन। ब्रायन।
ब्रायन। यार एक काम करो, कुछ मछलियां पकड़ लाओ। अरे ये मेरी तरफ देख रहा है, ये समझ रहा है।
जिमी बस एक बार हाँ कह दो।
चाकू नीचे रख दो।
ठीक है, चाकू रख देता हूँ।
और कुल्हाड़ी भी। ब्रायन, वो एक जोक था।
अरे इसे हटाओ, हमें एक शेल्टर भी बनाना है। दोस्त बना रहे हैं।
ब्रायन हमें देख रहा था और हमने मिलकर दिन भर में एक शेल्टर बना लिया। बस टरीक ने कोई काम नहीं किया। वो पूरा दिन कूल ड्रोन शॉट्स ले रहा था और मैं उसके लिए गुस्सा भी नहीं हूँ। इस क्रेट के अंदर हम 5 का खाना है जो हमें 7 दिनों तक चलाना है।
Oh my gosh.
और इन 2 बैरल्स में हम 5 का पूरा वाटर सप्लाई है।
इसका टेस्ट कैसा है?
बहुत ही गर्म।
अरे नहीं,
हम तो गए।
मेरे कप में धूल जमी हुई थी।
अंधेरा हो रहा है और उस क्रेट के ऊपर स्लीप लिखा हुआ है। उम्मीद है सर्वाइवल स्पेशलिस्ट ने हमारे लिए कुछ सॉफ्ट भेजा होगा। ये गीले क्यों हैं?
बोर्ड पर चीजें गीली हो जाती हैं। मैं सोने के लिए तैयार हूँ, मुझे नींद आ रही है।
ये पहली रात है और ब्रायन वहाँ उबासी ले रहा है।
ये बहुत ही घटिया है। हमारे पास बस इतना ही कवर है।
मैंने सोचा ही नहीं कि मैं क्या करने जा रहा हूँ। यहाँ गर्मी है और ये राफ्ट डोलना बंद नहीं करेगी तो मुझे उल्टी आ जाएगी और मैं पसीने से लथपथ लोगों से घिरा हुआ हूँ।
hey, कैसे हो दोस्त?
पहले दिन इतनी बदबू आ रही है तो सोचो 7वें दिन कितनी बदबू आएगी।
Oh God. हमारी पहली रात की नींद बहुत ही मुश्किल थी। यहाँ सोना नामुमकिन है। ये लहरें मेरी हालत खराब कर रही हैं। और सबसे बुरी बात, हमारा बेस्ट फ्रेंड ब्रायन उस सुबह हमें छोड़कर चला गया। ब्रायन!
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 लेकिन फिर भी हमें हमारा एक परमानेंट वेदर प्रूफ शेल्टर बनाने का टास्क तो पूरा करना ही था।
लेकिन हम इसे घर जैसा कैसे बनाएंगे जहाँ हम रह सके?
कुछ न कुछ तो होना ही चाहिए।
लकीली मैंने उनसे राफ्ट पर कुछ लकड़ियां भी रखवाई थी ताकि हम एक घर बना सकें। हम घर कैसे बनाएंगे मुझे कोई अंदाजा नहीं है, पर उन्होंने कहा कि ये एक घर बनाने के लिए काफी है। लेकिन मजे की बात है कि जैसे ही हमने शुरुआत की, जल्दी करो बारिश आ रही है।